Hey guys, welcome back. BDCKR here with our weekly Q&A update video. So we'll start off as always with our update. In WWE Immortals, the online challenge right now is the DX Invasion truck. And it's actually been quite a while since we had a regular, just gear and money, regular online season.
Yeah, because I've actually been waiting for a regular season to show you something, but I guess we won't be able to do it until we get a regular season again.
Yeah, and the current challenge is Evolved Paige.
It's a repeat, so it was a shortened one, so it's been, I think, less than a week.
And there's 2 days left on that. In Mortal Kombat X, the online challenge is currently just a normal season, and the character challenge is Ronin Kenshi.
And we're basing knowing that it's a regular season on forum reports because we still can't get into faction wars. Since the update, our WBID is grayed out, and it's almost more of a pain to play than it's worth it, because what happens now is, if we erase all app data and start the game and do the whole tutorial, we can get into faction wars with our save. But then you can't move it any further forward because every time you close it and you come back in, it's locked you out of this. Can't get into your WBID. Alright, we can't. So if anybody else is having this problem, let us know. But yeah, one less reason to play Mortal Kombat.
And last but not least, in Injustice, the current online challenge is for Riddler's cane, and the current challenge is for Arkham Knight. Arkham Knight.
Yeah, technically Arkham Knight, the Arkham Knight.
Oh.
So they're, yeah, not.
Win Gold Arkham Knight, the Arkham Knight. Yeah.
All right. So that's it for the updates.
It's just like the Los Angeles Angels, right? Because Los Angeles means the Angels, so it's the Angels.
the Angels.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the first one is Angelos just means angel, and then Angels means angel. So the Angels, Angels.
That's like sock, shoe, shoe. All right.
Yeah. So, anyways, we'll move on to our question and answer period of the video. The first question comes from Mob Squad, which is, how do you guys layer pictures for thumbnails, please?
And I think Mob Squad used to be Paul Croft, so it might seem really complicated. It's MS Paint. Honestly, yeah.
High-level design tool.
Thumbnails are small enough that you don't need anything fancier. And that being said, MS Paint is actually really, really good. If we can figure out how to do it in the middle of the video, we'll put up a picture of an example of something that we did with it that looks a little bit fancier than the thumbnails. But because the thumbnails are so small, it doesn't actually have to look that good when you're doing it.
Of course, if we want to put something in a video, we'd have to use Windows Movie Maker.
That's true.
Okay, our next question comes from Anthony Carraccio, and he says, hey, I just got every character, or I thought I did, and now I'm seeing 3 new ones, the Arkham Knights. I don't see a package I can buy, I don't remember being an online challenge, so how do I get it? Help me out. Lol.
Alright, so there's basically 2 options. It's you can log into your own account from after having been in another one, or just erase your app data and then just straight log into your account. So the key points are, 1, you should make sure you've backed up your account in case the Warner Brothers ID save is screwed up. 2, what you need to do is see the screen where you are given the choice between the online save and the device save. So sometimes when you switch IDs, it doesn't give you that option, and that's sort of an error on their side. So as long as you have that option where it says, do you want to keep this save or switch to the other one, that's when you know you're going to trigger the pack. Once you've got the pack, if you play any fights, the pack disappears from store, so it doesn't stay. So you've got to be ready with enough money to make a purchase. And last but not least, the Arkham pack is not the same thing as the Arkham Asylum pack. There's going to be 2 packs there. They both have the same picture of Batman. One is the Arkham Asylum pack, one is the Arkham pack. They both cost $750,000, but one only has the original Arkham characters, which is Arkham Origins Batman, Arkham Origins Deathstroke, and Arkham Harley Quinn. The other pack has a random assortment of all of the Arkham characters, including Arkham Origins Bane, Arkham Origins Joker, Arkham Knight, the Arkham Knight, and Arkham Knight Batman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Our next question comes from Confused Black Girl, and she says, can you guys help me with my team? I don't have a main team, and I'm not sure where I should level up. I have a lot of characters. My strongest character is Batman Prime, and my second is Crypto Lex Luthor, but I don't use him. I replace him with Batgirl Prime. I have most of the challenge characters, so who should I level up and put them in my team?
Alright, so it's going to be hard to give you a proper answer. One thing you should do, if you haven't already, is join and check out the official Warner Brothers forums to get more options about what to do. And the answer really depends a lot on your current progress. But even so, that being said, there are a few general principles that apply. And if you're talking about single player, which is actually pretty easy, almost any team of maxed out golds will do. You'll probably need a few pieces of gear to help you beat boss Arkham Origins Batman, but it's not otherwise that difficult. Now, that's the simple part. If you're talking about multiplayer online, that's a bit more interesting. So let's just mention it to get it out of the way first. Defensive battles are the last thing you should worry about. Like we mentioned last week, you'll need very specific characters to attract the battles, and then very specific gears to maximize the potential for them to win. Because the AI, honestly, is lousy at fighting strategy. So, moving along, offensively, it's easier but more complicated. And there's a lot of different approaches that you can take. One is to just field a team of maxed out bronzes or silvers. The battle points you get for each fight is lower, but you'll have a better chance of winning. And no matter what team you use, you'll be matched up against another team similar or better. But a bronze team means you're less likely, but not guaranteed, to face a team with maxed out gear. So that means you're going to avoid the hacker teams, the teams with like 450 gear scores on each guy. That's one strategy. Another strategy is using a team of sub-max golds. So this is where the elite level matters. Somewhere around, I don't know, elite 3 or 4, you'll be facing maxed out elite 7 teams towards the end of an ultimate or epic battle run. Multiplayer isn't hard unless you're facing an opponent that is significantly better than yours. And if you keep your gold team no more than Elite 0 or Elite 1 or maybe even 2, you're less likely to face a team that is overwhelmingly better than yours. A little bit better is okay, but like way better can be a challenge even with a crappy AI controlling the other team.
Yeah, so it really depends on what stage you're at for what's best as far as multiplayer goes.
So if you're the last option, well, I mean there's more, but these are sort of the big categories. If you use a team of maxed out golds, it'll give you the maximum battle points, but only if you win, right? I mean, it seems obvious, but it's true. It means you'll be facing the strongest teams, often with maxed out gears. And it doesn't mean they're unbeatable, but some of these teams, because some of these teams are really put together poorly, but it does mean that you'll need to be really good with your team.
Yeah.
You'll need to have an approach for, like, there's certain characters that you have to have a specific idea of what you want to do with them. So you have to have an approach for Raven Prime, who can revive after getting knocked out because she's carrying complete 4th world gear set. You'll need to have an approach for Arkham Origins Batman or Arkham Knight Batman being ready to drop a special 2 on you immediately. And you'll need to have an approach when Killer Frost Prime is keeping you from generating very much power. So, you know, you got to have a team that can handle all those different situations.
Yeah. So it really depends on where you're at, but that should be a good kind of general idea for the different stages in the game, the best way to really more formulated way for you to pick your own team.
Right, because it's hard for us to know exactly what you've got and all the gears and stuff, and there's so many different options even when you...
Yeah, and one thing that's really important too is the type of special that it uses. Like, the how good it is at juggling, right? There's a bunch of different factors.
Oh, speaking of factors too, if you've got mostly challenge characters, you've probably got Red Lantern Hal Jordan, and he is currently an absolute beast in multiplayer. If you haven't seen our video demonstrating him in MP, it's right here, and I'm probably just going to put up a link on the screen and in the description. The problem, well not the problem, the cool thing right now is that his special 2 is doing more damage than his card says it should, about 3 times as much. So there's a good chance that he's going to be nerfed with the next update. But, yeah, well, you got to keep that in mind if you're choosing to max him out or you're using resources to do that. But even if you don't, he's still good enough to solo Bonus Battle 6 to grind for credits, and he's definitely useful for now on multiplayer. It's just a question of how long he's still going to be good. And
I mean, you can see him actually in use right now on screen as he just completely destroyed almost 2 people, and really he shouldn't have let himself get hit there, right? That had the potential to take out pretty much the rest of the team too.
If you're doing it right, it's really hard to lose with Red Lantern.
Yeah.
Oh, and the other thing is, we've got a couple videos. You should check out our other videos where we talk about strategies for building a multiplayer team. And the playlist is here. We never finished all the videos that we had planned in the series, but hopefully we'll get around to it. And if you start with that, then you should be able to mix and match and pick your own teams and figure out what's good for you.
Okay, our next statement comes from Kenneth Lim. He says, "You can delete this video by now. This video is useless because it's patched now, idiot," with 3 exclamation marks.
In all caps. Okay. And that comment was on the video that was titled "Patched Injustice Mobile on Android Glitch, Cheat Packs with the Flip Technique Updated." So, Kenneth, I can understand why you'd be so mad. You don't want to waste your time watching a video about a patch glitch. You found a video with patched in its title, patched written across the thumbnail, and a description that says it's patched. And then you went ahead and watched it. But don't be so hard on yourself. Calling yourself an idiot doesn't really help anyone. Alright, on a serious note though, the older glitch videos have gotten a lot of views, and they still do. And that's probably due in no small part to the algorithm that YouTube uses when people conduct searches, and it prioritizes the videos that have had the most views and continue to attract viewers.
Yeah, and so it does, like, put weight on having recent views, but the thing is, when you have a video that's accumulated a certain critical mass, it accumulates recent views just because it continues to be up.
So,
when we post a newer working glitch, it actually ranks lower on the search results, because even though it is getting views, it doesn't have as much views to start with, and it might not even be getting views quite as quickly because of just the clout that the older videos have obtained.
Yeah, case in point actually, the quick tap technique actually has very few views. It's not generating a lot of them, but it's actually the most effective thing right now for generating power credits.
Yeah.
Power credits, and it's hardly being watched at all compared to some of the other stuff.
And so, I mean, that wouldn't really matter if ours were the only patched glitch videos out there, but they're not. So, just deleting our old videos actually wouldn't be enough. We need to delete everybody else's old video too.
Yeah, all their patched videos, all the stuff that doesn't work anymore, yeah.
Especially if it doesn't even indicate in the title that it is patched.
Right, absolutely.
So, if, for example, you were to check out the rest of our channel, or even more specifically, the playlist that we maintain called Glitches, you'd be able to see that you can still generate a lot of power credits, like we were saying, using the lock-unlock technique or the quick tap technique in order to sell an extra character card while still keeping the character card.
Yep. Alright. So MrDbzmonkey, can you do a video of all the characters in Injustice so far? I want to see which characters I'm missing. And also, Brandon Trent, yeah, you should do something like showing all the characters. That would be cool. And have a good day. That's like, I don't know, 15 O's. Did I get that right? Good day. Yeah, you know what? What the heck? Why don't we do that? We'll watch the end of this video, or this fight, and then we'll take a quick look at the collection and see. So this might be a good time to mention to people who watch our channel and appreciate what we do. We actually had a comment recently that said, you know, you should have a donate button. You know, for all the help, and that he'd be happy to donate. And we thought about it, and we thought, you know what? We could actually use some help, but maybe not that way. One way you could actually help us out, if you're so inclined, and if you're watching towards the end of this video, which is pretty long, you probably are, or you might be, is watch some of our other non-gaming videos. We've got a bunch of unboxing stuff. We do make some recommendations at the end of it, and one thing that we're starting to do is we got our first advanced review copy of a book, and we plan on either tacking it on. Oh, look at that glitch. She's floating up in the air.
She's gone now.
She's like Macy's Day Parade. All right.
She had to leave.
So it's we're actually starting to get some stuff to review, but on the strength of our channel. So it would really help us out if you would watch some of those videos. If you like what we recommend, or if you try it out and you like it, leave a comment saying that.
And even if you don't like it, but you like us, you can be like, oh man, I'm going to buy that right away.
Yeah. No, because I think it'd be kind of cool if we could keep that up and get review copies. We got that sci-fi block because of...
really, you guys. Nerd blocking you.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, if you want to help a brother out or help a couple guys out, then, yeah, watch some of our other stuff.
Yeah.
Leave it playing in the background. We made some very convenient playlists so you can just watch it without making very much effort at all.
You know, it's like that, I forget what service it was on, but it was one of the music streaming services where this one band was protesting how crappy it was for money-wise. And so they made, it needed to be at least 30 seconds, the song, to get money. So they made like a bunch of 31-second videos of complete silence for you to turn off your music on and then play when you went to sleep. Like overnight.
Oh, that's
hilarious. While your
hilarious.
phone was in the charger, and they made like thousands of dollars before they took it down. Before the service took it down. They made like, I forget, it was like something like $20,000 or something. Just from fans who played it overnight.
Alright, that is hilarious. Is that's a real story? That's not something apocryphal.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it was a real story. I haven't been on Snopes about it specifically, but I'm pretty sure that actually happened.
That's pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's a good strategy. So he was actually, whoever was attacking was using Harley Quinn to knock out Raven when her health was really low. Whether she'd actually done the exchanges twice or not, it wouldn't matter, because what it does is the exchange doesn't give her an advantage. It's not so, part of it is losing your health, but the bigger part of it is that all of a sudden she's got a huge amount of health, and then you have to work through it again to get rid of her. That was pretty close, actually.
So close, but so far.
So we'll take a quick look at the collection. There's 99 characters. So this last part doesn't really need any commentary. It'll be its own.
Just a slow scroll.
I will leave it in alphabetical order. Remember when the Batmans
Yeah.
were actually really good?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
and then like the
was
plus
still useful.
25% chance to damage. Before there was gear, that's ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
The plus 25% chance as a flat thing, when there wasn't gear that could do so much more than that for different things.
Yeah.
Dang, that was.
Those were the days.
I forget if it's all damage or basic damage, but it's like the tactical master ability or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was all damage, actually. Because I remember thinking that Red Sun Superman only had it affect basic attacks and not his specials.
Yeah.
There's actually a lot of reskins, eh? Have you noticed? So it makes it easier for getting through challenges. Alright, so there's a lot of Green Lanterns.
Yeah.
6.
I think the two most represented universes are the Batman universe and the Superman universe. But I think it looks like the Batman universe actually has the most representation, potentially. Right?
Which makes a lot of sense, considering, I mean, Batman and Superman are the iconic DC characters, right?
Yeah.
They might as well leverage their...
But it's like
top
everybody
properties.
in their world. Like there's a bunch of reskins of Batgirl. Or, sorry, no, not that.
Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn, there's a huge number of reskins of. There's a bunch of Batman, there's a bunch of Superman, right? And, like...
Oh, let's see how many Supermans. Superman 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, because if Superman is like a proper title in and of itself and it can't be changed, then it would be Superman's, right?
Yeah.
Because it's a multiple of the title of Superman. But if Superman is just a man who happens to be super, multiple of them would be Supermen.
I guess so. Yeah, that would be true. An army of Supermen.
So is it like a really proper title, or is it just like a man who is also super?
We leave you with that grand philosophical question. Thank you for watching.
See you guys next time. Komoda.